let's try this out on some real living creatures. So we designed an experiment that Scott would like to share with you right now that really surprised even us in terms of its extent.
Now this was just a fantastic, just a fascinating, this is what makes science so much fun for us. We were testing these new vitality ingredients on animals. Now, of course, we have to do that for safety purposes. Now, we treat them just like you would your household pet. The animals aren't harmed in any way. They're housed in safe, clean facilities. They die of natural causes. We feed them healthy diets, and we observe. We just want to see what's happening to them. So we had this group of just normal diet of these mice. And we just watched them throughout their lifespan. Then we had another group of animals, this other group of mice, who we fed the exact same diet, only we would add these ingredients that we identified using the age-lock science approach.
And it is important to note that they weren't fed these ingredients at birth, but basically they were healthy, basically young adult mice by now, equivalent to about 30 years of age before we then started to feed them an age-lock ingredient.
So you're right. A 30-year-old in mice years, we started to feed the age-lock ingredients. Now, it's important to note, these are genetically identical animals. There's no difference. These are brothers. And at 30 years old, we started feeding. And we waited until they were an equivalent of 96 years old. You know, what you typically expect of an aging human might be in an old folks' home, very limited mobility. And what we saw was just so striking, we had to get our video camera and we had to record it for you. And what we saw was kind of scary. The control animals that had been just fed a normal, healthy diet, at 96 years old, there was only one left. In the other group, who we had just did one change, added a single vitality ingredient, there were many animals still alive. But what was most striking is their energy levels. And let me just show you the video that we took of that. Now, the mouse on the right was that one fed the age-lock vitality ingredient. And it's representative of all the other mice that were in that same group. Now, that one last mouse on the left, it looks like what you'd expect from a 96-year-old man or woman. Not a lot of energy, just sitting around, just moving a little. And as you look at that mouse on the right, it's so dramatic. As you see, compared to younger mice, the 30-year-old mice that are in the same area, they look exactly the same. It was just so striking.
Yep, and this is one of several that were alive at the time. And in fact, we took this video, I think about 2 months ago now.
Almost 3.
This guy here is still alive. Isn't that amazing?
That would make him about 125.
Something like that.
And he's not the only one in that group.
So I hope we've been able to share with you today some of our excitement. You know, when we were tasked with the idea of helping to rejuvenate vitality, we thought, you know, that's a tall order. But we actually were able to use gene expression science to target the source of aging. So we've gone into the body now, into the subcellular compartment, and targeted the mitochondria, targeted gene expression that affects the mitochondria with age, screened ingredients that were able to reset those youth gene clusters to a more youthful pattern, and then we're able to use that to guide our product development for age-lock vitality. We're extremely excited. But this is just phase 1 of age-lock vitality. Phase 2 is coming in 2011, and we're already working on that.